Okay, so around 2 weeks ago, I finally figured out how to breach the containment and managed to get to the North American DragonNet server. And the reason I really wanted to do that was because I've been very interested in its main attraction. And that is the English voice acting. The English voice acting that everybody absolutely hates. But oddly enough, I kinda love it for that reason, because it's so bad that I just wanna keep listening to this over and over again. So, after I recorded almost every voice that I could possibly find, now what I wanna do is rank them from best to the absolute worst. Also, after listening to it, I've figured out that most of it is actually not that bad. Like, it's decent. But when it misses so fucking hard. I have pretty much every character that I included in my compilation, plus the classes that I linked the separate video to. This is the video. Because I did not want to play literally every single class, so. I will also not be including the NPCs. I will not be ranking literally every NPC because literally nobody cares. Before I proceed though, I need to tell you a disclaimer that this is absolutely not a personal attack to any voice actors that were involved in this project. I hope they got their bag. I don't think it was a big bag, but I hope they still got it. The reason I'm saying this warning because I already know that I'm gonna be rude as fuck. Because that's my brand. That is why you come here for. So, do not get offended, please, or you're gonna be a soy boy. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna start with the classes, because that's what most people care about, even though I don't. But, okay, Archer. Let me listen to how she sounds again, because I forgot.
Surprise! Dodge this!
This is what I meant by saying that most of them are like alright, not good, it's just mid. Very, very mid. Like they tried to get the best out of the smallest budget possible. That's how most of them feel. And this is the perfect definition of how I can describe Archer's voice acting. I don't know, it's just C. C is the best way I can describe it. It's just mid. It's just mid. Also, you can see that some characters are like doubled. You can see like Machina and Machina 2. That's because some of them legit have two separate voices. Because I'm guessing that Identity could not afford to rehire the voice actor that they used originally, so they settled with someone cheaper. Or I don't fucking know what the fuck happened to that. Anyway, for some reason, Archer and Triana, that's what it said, like, story. Archer and Triana sound completely different. Let's hear it.
I saw Rosalind in the forest. She was looking for something.
Yeah, they should have used this voice actor for Archer too. Why didn't they use the same voice actor? Because this girl sounds much better than this girl. Sorry sis, but you don't sound that good. You don't sound that good, sorry sis. I know I sound fucking awful. I'm sorry to everyone who has to listen to my voice every day. Just how much better does she sound? That's the question. I think she sounds like good, but not exactly good enough to be in A. So I think she's B, solid B. Triana is solid B and Archer is C. Also, I'm wondering if I should include the E tier. For some reason I think I should, but when we'll get to it, we'll get to it. Okay, next up we got Warrior or Xian. I didn't hear Xian's lines in the story, so that's why he's not included. I don't even know if he sounds the same or not. But we're gonna judge the gameplay Xian. And there is a lot to judge. He sounds bad. He sounds worse than Archer, I think.
You bet. No way.
Like that don't sound like Sheehan I knew. That sounds like some random ass man in his 20s going to fucking college and getting drunk. That don't sound like him. That don't fucking sound like him. He's going into D. He's going into D. That sounds like fucking Wonder or something. And we're gonna get to Wonder. You ain't fucking ready for how Wonder sounds if you haven't heard that. Next up, Cleric.
Goddess be with you, friend. Indeed.
Why is he British? Who made him British? Why is he British? I thought this was an American server. Why is he British? Is it just me or does he sound British as fuck?
Be still! Goddess, protect me!
I'm glad I'm not a cleric mate, so I didn't have to listen to all that shit. You know what? You know what? Is he worse than Shin? I think he is. I think he is. And you know what? I'm adding the E tier just for him. I'm adding the E tier and you're going there. Okay. I would put you in F, but you don't sound like an F. I just fucking hate you, that's all. But I can't let my personal bias affect the rankings. So, anyway, next up.
I now get lost.
Okay, Sorceress sounds like kinda better. I think she's in the same tier as Triana. I think she is. Because she kinda fits, but at the same time she feels like a Temu version of the Korean voice acting. That's how I can describe it. Like something just doesn't quite feel right. The vibe is off. The vibe is off. She doesn't sound like so diva. She sounds like a pretend diva. You get what I mean? Like she sounds like a poser. I don't know how to describe it, but she sounds like a poser. Because sometimes, like, some of her lines sound absolutely fucking deranged. Like, her line where she's like...
Burn, baby, burn!
Yeah, this line is absolutely deranged. She's off the rail. She's insane. But I don't know how fitting that is. So I'm putting it in C. They're gonna be besties right here. Okay, Camillina.
Watch this! Assist me, Alfredo!
Camillina is weird because she doesn't seem into it. I don't know how to describe it, but she feels flat. She feels flat. Her voice doesn't have any emotion in it. She's just saying things that are in the script.
Fire!
Yeah, what was that fire? That was the weakest ass fire I've ever heard. Sounds like she doesn't want to pull the trigger. Sounds like she's been drafted into the army against her will. And also she doesn't really sound like the little girl thing, you know what I mean? She sounds kinda like mid. But even more mid than these two, so she's going with Shin. I think I'm saying his name wrong. If I do, please forgive me. I always mix up how to say Shin, Cheyenne, Shien. Okay, you get who I mean. You get who I mean.
Excuse me. This might sting. Deal with it.
Okay, her voices sound like much more enthusiastic at least. But the thing is, I don't think they quite fit her. Like if I heard that voice, Kali would not come to mind, I think. I think she's like kinda the same tier as these three now, these three. I think she has literally the exact same situation as Triana because her story voice sounded much better.
I have returned with a letter from Norfay.
Don't mind how she pronounces names. They all have that problem. That's not the focus right now. Listen to the voice. Yeah, I think her story's voice is much better. I think it's literally the same tier as Triana's story voice. Why didn't they use the same voice actors? That's what I don't get. What happened to them? Did they all starve to death after Identity didn't pay them enough? What happened? What happened here?
Try harder! Over here! Fool!
I gonna admit, I actually think he sounds pretty alright. I think he sounds pretty decent. I don't know if he's A though. Maybe he is, but I kinda like his NA voice. I kinda do. Maybe I'm biased because he's verbally degrading me and I like that, but I hope I'm not. I kinda like his voice. I kinda like his delivery. I honestly think that Assassin sounds good in literally every voiceover I've ever heard. You have to try to fuck him up. That's just the truth. I don't know why he's always this good. Like, if you know like a voiceover, he sounds absolute ass, please send it my way. I wanna hear that. In fact, I wanna hear every Dragon Nest voiceover that exists. I wanna hear all of it. I know more of them exist. I know they have to. But anyway, Ren is gonna go in A. So far he sounds the best out of every playable cast. Okay, Lancia. Lancia is an very interesting case. Also, I'm gonna say that for some reason Lancia in the story was not a voice, she had Korean lines. The direction they went with her is honestly interesting to say the least. Because if you've ever heard her in every other iteration, she sounds completely different.
Easy as pie! Hey! Ouch!
And A Lancia sounds like Rainbow Dash. I legit, she sounds like Rainbow Dash. She's giving very Rainbow Dash vibes. And I don't know how to feel about that. The thing is, I kinda like that, but at the same time, I'm not sure about the direction. I'm really not sure how to feel about this. So for that, I'm gonna put her in the mid tier, because I literally do not know how to feel about Lancia. Now we have Machina, and Machina is an interesting case because she has two different voices for some reason. I don't know what happened to the first person once again, but the second, we'll get to the second one. Let's start with the first one.
Woohoo! Got you! Gotcha!
They kinda tried with it, but once again, it kinda don't sound the same as the original. Something is missing, like, they can't quite get it right. It's kinda D. Because I think it's like kinda deeper than the original and that's why it feels so off. But the second one, they tried to make it like more high-pitched. But also something really strange happened with the second voice because for some reason they did not give a single shit while producing it. Because, first of all, every voice line that is in there is not cut, it's not edited. They just recorded it and just like slapped it right into the fucking game, that's it. There's another thing, it keeps bugging out. The line keeps like repeating itself over and like...
Time to party! Ha! At climax!
It's just bad. It's bad. It's just bad, but it's not quite F tier, it's just weird. Also, the shit she says is low-key goofy.
You didn't know, did ya?
Like, if it didn't lag and didn't have this weird fucking sounding thing, it would have been like higher, because she sounds more like a Machina than the first voice. But they just did not give a single shit and I cannot like reward that. So I'm putting it in A. She's gonna hang out with Eden. I wanna call him Ethan for some reason, but he's not. Okay, Wander. Oh boy, Wander is certainly a voice. I need to hear him again.
Here's a present. Want a present? Gotcha. Don't try to stop me. You can't stop me.
Wander is just happy to be saying shit. Bro is just happy to be yapping. He sounds kinda bad. He sounds bad, I'm not gonna lie. But literally every line that he says could be a meme. He's just saying some random ass bullshit. The most random ass bullshit you could possibly imagine.
I told you.
And the delivery makes it even better. But not because the delivery is good, that's the thing. Wander is so fucking bad that it's honestly good. But I don't know, out of the classes, I'm putting him in E because he sounds bad.
Hup, hup, hup. You die.
Die!
Like, what is this? You die. So many cracks in your armor is full of holes. Watch your flank. Too late. Check your flank. Haha, already too late. Like, his lines are so quotable. But not for the good reason. Not for a good reason. He's so fucking bad, bruh. He's going in A. He's staying there. Fuck him. Fuck Wanda. Get the fuck out. We're finally done with all the classes, and that is the situation we have. As you can see, only Ren is good. Only Ren is carrying this team. The rest of the classes, like, are not even playable here. So, the rest of them just fucking suck. That's it. You know, it's kind of weird that they put more effort into casting for the NPCs that most players honestly don't even care about. Most players are just gonna listen to the characters they play as. So I don't understand why they chose to make the voices that you're gonna hear the most sound so fucking bad. Anyway, we're moving on to the NPCs. And despite what I just said, the NPCs, most of them are... You'll know what I mean. You'll know what I mean. First off, we're gonna start with King Cassius. Is he the third one? Which one is he? Honestly, the only reason I included him is he's kind of iconic, but honestly not for me. I never gave a shit about his mustache. So...
Hello. Welcome.
His voice is so bad. I don't even know how to describe it. I can't even think of a good roast because that's how indescribable it is. It's so bad I cannot believe it was actually recorded by a professional voice actor. Some of them I can't believe that's like maybe an amateur voice actor did this, but this one feels like this was just like a random staff member pulled into the recording studio for a second because they forgot to hire more people. Anyway, you're the first F. You're the first F.
If only I weren't so... Oh, nothing.
Like, LJ also goes into B. She's like, alright. I think she's alright. But she sounds better than her sister, I think. It fits her better than her sister, which is weird. Why did they cast... Why did they make a better casting for Altair than for Lancia? Why?
Shoo, skedaddle! I have to paint my nails.
Okay, it might be surprising to hear, but Old Caracal goes into A. I think her voice fits like very good. She sounds like exactly like how she's supposed to sound, like a stern grandma.
I'll take Nerwin's archers over your sweaty warriors any day of the week.
Like, her voice acting is pretty alright, but I'm not sure how much it fits her. That's the thing, I'm not sure how much it fits her. But it's pretty alright. I think she also goes into B. The old character sounds better than the young one for some reason. I guess it's kinda hard to fuck up a grandma voice if you do a grandma voice. Okay, Seidel. Seidel is a voice. Seidel is definitely a voice. Seidel is another very peculiar case because the main thing about his voice acting is not his voice. That doesn't leave an impression. No, the impression is left by the shit he says. Because Seidel says some insane fucking lines.
You aren't worth my time! Oh, why am I so mean? I didn't need to say that.
I don't know where they got this from, but because I don't think this is actually canon. But for some reason they make him sound like he forgot to take his meds because he starts like roasting the fuck out of you. And he's like, oh no, I'm sorry, why did I say that? But other than that, he sounds... I kinda like his voice other than that. I think it's like B, also B. I'm not sure which voice line of his is the most insane one. The one where he says you're ugly as shit.
You're the ugliest person I have ever met!
Or the one where he kinda hints that he's been groomed.
The sorceresses tell me I should show more skin, but I've already hem my pants twice.
but the first time I heard him speak, I've been speechless. I've just been speechless. Like, the entire Lotus Marsh is just fucking wild. Everyone in Lotus Marsh is fucking insane. And again, we have Charty, and Charty is like C. She's not impressive.
You Grozzani do not understand the treasures our beautiful Drokala provides.
She's just there. Charty is just there. It's just like the story, she's just there and then she fucking dies. Okay, Karahan. Karahan.
I'm sorry. The sound of my incredible creates a constant deafening roar. You'll have to speak up.
I'm gonna say it outright. They did not cook with Karahan's voice. They did not give a shit about him. They hate him. Because the guy voicing him just does not sound like he wants to do this job. He sounds like he hates Karahan. He does not want to be Karahan. His ass does not want to be Karahan. And I understand why. I respect that. But when you have to voice him, maybe you should put a little bit more effort. Because who did I say the same thing about? I said the same thing about Academic. They sound flat as shit. They both sound flat as shit. Like, I remember a while ago I put Karahan's voice lines into 11 Labs. And even that sounds better. That sounds leagues better than whatever the hell I heard in the A.
Whether they are demons, humans, or elves, they all fall for my beauty.
At this point, if fucking AI can do better than you, I'm starting to understand why people will be losing their jobs. No offense, but how else am I supposed to react to this? Anyway, bro is going into F, I think. Bro is going into F. He sucks. He just sucks. Okay, then we have David.
We really should get going. I'm not going by myself.
David is honestly low-key fitting. David, I think, is yeah, David is David. But at the same time, he's, like, not really impressive. I'm not sure. Is he C or B? I'm gonna be nice and put him into B. Okay, Wellsgood.
Still risking your neck for something you don't even understand.
I'm kinda conflicted about Wellsgood because I kinda like his voice. Especially that line where he says, like, carry on.
Your recklessness will lead to your death. Carry on.
I think I might put him in A. I think I might put him in A. I don't know if I'm just biased, but I just like Wellsgood, and I think the voice kinda does him justice. Okay, Surya.
What do you want? Mind your own business.
You know what? Surya sounds kinda hot, not gonna lie. I'm not a furry, but Surya is making me reconsider that fact, maybe. I think Surya fucking slayed with that one. They put some effort into that. I don't remember how he sounds originally, but I think the voice is pretty good, actually. The voice is pretty good. Even though he's like a very irrelevant NPC, the voice is pretty good.
There is still hope. There is always still hope.
Okay, Terramite sounds exactly like I would expect the old Terramite to sound. But at the same time, he's not really impressive, that's the thing. This is one of those times where the voice is alright, but it's not enough to be in A or like S. It's just there, so I'm putting it in B. He's just there. Also, young Terramite did not say anything in my playthrough, so I don't know how he sounds, so I'm gonna just judge the old version. Barnak though, or how they call him Varnak, I refuse to call him that. I'm gonna call him Barnak. Anyway, Barnak here does have some lines.
Can't say I know why the elf's here, though.
That don't sound like him. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but the one in the fucking movie sounded like a better Barnak than this. Bruh. He just like sounds like a random man. He don't sound like Barnak, that's the thing. But his voice acting is not bad. It just don't fit him. That's it. That's why I'm putting him in D. I'm putting his ass in D.
Sometimes I remember my childhood. want to return to those innocent days.
Yeah, Rose is kinda alright. I think she's like in the same camp as Charty and this. She's alright, but not impressive. Like she fits kinda. I don't know, it's just I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Definitely not bad. What I'm gonna say is Rosalind sounds much better, I think.
Your attempts to make a difference are adorable.
Yeah, she sounds way better. Rosalind sounds way better. I'm putting Rosalind in A and original Rose in C.
I will never give up!
I'm not sure how much it fits. I don't really remember her original voice. I kinda feel like she's also in C tier. Like, I like how emotional it is, but at the same time it's just there. Okay, this is an interesting case because I did not expect this random ass motherfucker to be voiced at all. For some reason, some important ass characters like Marindel were not voiced, she just had the Korean voice or something. But this fucking random ass bitch was. Like, you watching this may not even know who the fuck that is. This is just a random ass cleric who appears in Machina's story quest. He appears in Machina's story quest somewhere in Lotus Marsh. And then he dies I think in the same chapter. I feel like they wanted to do something bigger with him, but then decided not to and just kill his ass off. But oddly enough, his voice is pretty fitting. His voice is pretty good. Why?
Be careful, please.
Like, he sounds exactly like I would expect him to sound. I'm not sure if he is good enough to be with these guys, but he is pretty good, which is surprising to me because who the hell cares about that guy? Name one fucking person who even remembers his name. The only reason I do is because I played recently and I know it. His name is Chris, by the way. Okay, Lantana.
Remember, don't trust anybody but me.
Lantana is pretty good actually, even though she's also like not that relevant. But she does sound good. I like her voice a lot, actually. I wish there was more of it. I wish I recorded a bit more, but I'm putting her like, I think she's like in the same category as Rosalind and these guys. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not putting anyone in S, because we haven't got any S's yet. You'll hear who I'll put in S. There are some people who I'll put in S.
And yet, I still love her.
Okay, Cassius the First. I actually kinda like his voice and the delivery. He really tried to be emotional and I actually gave a shit about him after that. I did not really give a shit about him, but after that I do. He sounds very convincing and emotional. Also, I forgot that Aisha is actually there. Let me add her real quick.
Cassius, you told me that love is strength.
I think they deserve to be in the same one. I do not want to separate them. I think both of them did a pretty good job. So they're gonna be a power couple in the A tier.
They've already made their way into the forest. That is all I can tell you.
Okay, Evancia is also going in B. He's kinda mid. I think. I'm not really like impressed with him. I also don't know if the Elf King version sounds different because he did not say a word in that when he was in that state. So that's why I'm putting him like this sprite. But I think he's like deserves to be in B with the same gang.
I see your incompetence hasn't cost you your life. Yet.
Okay, Argenta is also pretty good, I think. Also, there's a lot of Argenta, so it's good that she has a normal voice. It's good that she has a good voice. Otherwise, that would be very painful to see through. So I'm glad that they casted her pretty well. I can't say the same about her brother, though, unfortunately.
Defeating the Black Dragon is our responsibility.
Like, Gerald sounds very mid. He sounds like this mid. He's not exactly bad, but he's just mid and uninteresting. Kid Gerald.
Who cares? It's the relics that are important. I'm sure they're here somewhere.
I feel like he's worse than the adult Jans, just slightly worse. He just don't sound like that. I don't think he should sound like that. He does sound like he doesn't give a shit, but the fact that he doesn't give a shit is actually fitting. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's just mid. It's just mid, even more mid than the actual one. What am I saying? They're both actual ones. I mean the adult one. There's just they both mid. They both mid.
The important thing is to make the most of the present.
Okay, Lunaria sounds pretty fun. Sounds pretty fun. Think I'm gonna put her in B. She's like alright, but on the better side of the alright spectrum, if you know what I mean.
Win or die, but never flee.
Unfortunately, I did not record his wife, but Feather, I'm not sure whether to put him in A or B. I think he does sound fitting, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about him. I think he sounded better in one of the cutscenes for some reason.
Pathetic creature.
You know what? I don't think I'm impressed enough to put him in A, so I'm gonna put him in B.
I'll make the goddess pay, all right.
I feel conflicted about her because I feel like it makes her sound like an old lady teacher. I don't know how to describe that. I also don't remember her voice in the original. I think it was more high-pitched. I feel like I'm gonna put her in D. I don't think this sounds quite right. I feel like Iona is in the same boat, it's also into D.
It's so hot here. You can't even have a snowball fight.
I can't quite put a finger on what's wrong with him. I just think he should sound more like boyish or something. He sounds like he already about to end puberty. That's... Also, I just noticed that he has a tail. How come I never noticed that Iona has a tail? How come I only noticed that fucking now, bruh? What is this? Well, tail or not, I think I'm gonna leave him in D because he's gonna be, like... Which one of them is gonna be the big brother? Which one of them is the big brother? Jared or Iona? Leave your answers in the comments. But anyway, the both dragons are gonna go into D.
Your journey will take you far.
Okay, she sounds much better. I think she's like, goes into the same tier as Lunaria and Feather. She's not quite these guys. She just sounds, her voice sounds right, but not enough. Like, not enough to be great. So she goes into like the alright tier.
You did your best, Callie. It's only natural for you to feel lost.
I remember that, I kinda forgot how Ark sounds, but I remember that he did not sound quite right. And I was right about that. But I don't think he's quite bad enough to be in F tier. He just sounds so mid. He sounds so mid. I also remember that in the original, Ark also sounds kinda weird, like I would not give him that voice.
엘프는 약속을 잊지 않습니다. 알테이아는 모르겠지만요.
In the original, for some reason, his voice is too deep. Like, why did they give him that voice? He does not look like he has that kind of voice. But at the same time, I wouldn't give him this voice either. So I'm gonna leave him in E. Okay, Rubenart. Rubenart is an interesting case because, as you can see, he has two different voices. And the first one is absolute ass. Let's hear it.
Welcome to the world of nightmares.
Like, that don't sound like Rubenart. Who is this? Who is this imposter? I'm not sure, because it's... Like, I wouldn't say the voice acting is bad, but that just don't sound like Rubenart. That's absolutely not Rubenart, so I'm putting him in E. But the second one is just... chef's kiss.
Since I decided to be nice to you for a change, let's use a little more courtesy, shall we?
The second one is immediate S. That's the only reason the S tier exists. Well, not the only reason, but he's definitely going into S tier because I don't know who they hired for this, but the second Rubinard sounds absolutely majestic. I absolutely love the second Rubinard. What happened the first time? Why couldn't they use the same guy twice? Like I actually wanna know who the voice actor is because he's so good. Like he has that one line where he goes like,
"Please survive this for me."
I don't care what I have. I'm beating fucking cancer if Rubinard said that to me. I don't give a shit. I'm beating leukemia, cancer, lupus, whatever the fuck you throw at me. If Rubinard said that to me, I am surviving it. I am surviving anything. I'm not even that big of a Rubinard fan, but still, if somebody said that to me, I am surviving anything. So yes, first Rubinard, E. Second one, S tier. Let's go. Like, just like Rubinard, Wernicke also has two completely different voices for some reason. And unfortunately, none of them fall into the S tier. I don't think they fall into even the A tier.
I represent Mirka.
Like, why does he sound so evil? He sounds low-key evil in the first one. Why does he sound like that? I think the first one goes into C. Because I don't think that's how he's supposed to sound. But the second one is... I don't know what happened with the second one because... Bro ran out of budget. Mirka's budget was really low that time. So...
Even if it's a boon to our finances, all of that is meaningless if there is nobody to work with.
Like, what happened between these two recording sessions? What happened to the first guy? What happened to him? Why? I'm not sure. I think I'm putting his ass in F. He just bad. He did not cook. They burned down the kitchen with that one.
Can't give up. Not yet.
The first time I heard Yve, I was kinda surprised because I did not expect her to sound like that. She sounds weird as fuck for some reason. Why does she sound so almost edgy? I'm not sure. She sounds weird. Her brother though, the human version of her brother. Also, Child Yve I don't think she had English voice lines because I did not find any. But Child Grell is pretty good. Child Grell is pretty good. I mean, not Child Grell, Human Grell.
You remind me of my big bro.
Like, he sounds exactly like he's supposed to sound. He's so cute. He's so cute. I think, yeah, he sounds so cute. He sounds exactly like Iona is supposed to fucking sound. Why didn't they make them sound like similar? But after Grell turned into a child, he hit puberty in a wrong way.
So you already knew that, and you're still working with Herendel?
They should have just left them with the same voice. What happened? Oh, they could have put a fucking filter on it or something. This just sounds so fucking bad, bruh. This sounds like E tier, I think. Especially that one line that is like...
Leica! Where are you? Can you hear me? Leica!
Is it E or F? That's the question. No, I think it's F. I think it's F. Yeah, sorry, but something really, a big downgrade has happened. I think Grell exchanged his power. He's just like the Little Mermaid. He exchanged his powers for his voice, and this is what happened. Okay, but what was most surprising is that I already expressed my surprise that bitch Grace was voiced. Where is he? There he is. But what I did not expect even more was that the fucking Traian will be voiced. Because Shalika wasn't voiced, but this bitch for some reason was. And the thing is, he sounds exactly, fucking exactly how I would expect him to sound.
We finally meet, hero of Alterra.
Also, I did not have a PNG of him, so that's... I'm using this image. Nobody gives a shit about Tran anyway, so... Why? First of all, I'm shocked that he's even on this list. And second of all, I'm even more shocked that he doesn't sound bad. How the hell does Trian sound better than Vernica, Vernica 2, Iver, Ark, and Grell in child form? And Wander? How the fuck did that happen? What was the casting process? I don't understand. I don't understand nothing about what the fuck is going on in the NA. But this is just facts. Trian sounds better than these. Trian sounds better than them. Trian sounds better.
Remember, the name's Iris. Iris.
Okay, Iris is weird because I expect her to sound way younger. I think she should be more high-pitched. For some reason she's giving the same energy as Iver, so I'm putting them side by side. Okay, but Gregory though, you know what? I did not expect Gregory to sound this good.
You finally lost your mind. Ugh, see if I care. But why did you come find me anyway? If you want to die so badly, don't get me involved.
Why does he sound so fucking good? Can somebody explain me why Gregory is fucking perfect in this one? You know, this might be a piping hot take, but Gregory goes into S tier. Gregory's voice is... At first I said it was alright, when I first heard it. But now I think it's actually pretty good. It fits him, it sounds like good. It's not exactly the same vibe as Ruben Arthur, but it's on the same level, I think. I also want to know who the fuck the voice actor is, and why did they put so much budget into fucking Gregory of all people? That's it, I'm shocked that Gregory and Trian are good. I don't know what happened to the rest of the cast. I never in my life expected to be giving Gregory praise, but I think this time he deserves it for not sounding like absolute ass. Also, I'm gonna say that the bar here is like pretty low, so when somebody good actually shows up, they immediately go into like A and S tier. That is why Gregory is in S tier. But you know what the biggest offense to me is? The fact that Gregory might be S tier, Rubinart might be S tier, who the fuck else might be like A tier or something? But my biggest offense is that they fucked up Kyle so fucking bad.
Today the headquarters confirmed you are still alive.
Like, what the fuck happened to Kyle? If you ever heard his voice in literally any other voiceover, I don't care, it was Chinese, Korean, or Japanese, what else? Where else was Kyle voice? I don't know. But there he sounds like exactly like you would expect him. My personal favorite is the Chinese one.
阁下为金总部批准脱离军营的行为，构成重大的擅自离队罪行。
But what the fuck happened to NA Kyle? What the fuck happened to him? He sounds like that one fucking image I made of him. He does not sound threatening at all. He sounds like he's gonna invite you to drink tea with crumpets. He sounds like an old British kind grandpa. That does not suit him like at all. Unless NA is on some fucking 4D chess shit and they're gonna predict that Kyle has a redemption arc. Unless that's happening, I ain't like putting up with this. That's why he's not F, he's just E, because he does not fit him at all. He does not fit here at all. Okay, North.
Surely it's no coincidence that Jade has appeared at this point. He must have sniffed something out.
Like, North? I'm not even sure how to classify North because for some reason he's giving me Grell. He's giving me Child Grell and Vernica too. He has that like vibe to him. That's why he's going in F, because it's just like, bruh, why?
I dream of flowers because I'm always in the desert.
Okay, Kana. Kana is actually pretty good, which is surprising. I'm not sure if she's A though, I think she's B. But Kana is pretty good. The thing is, I have to say that an A Kana sounds way less annoying than the original one. Like, whenever I hear the original voice lines, I can't even sit through them, I'm not even kidding. She sounds so fucking annoying. I just wanna skip through that bitch as fast as I can. But here she actually sounds like a normal person you could like have an actual conversation with and not wanna punch holes through your ears. Like, after hearing this version of Kana, I don't think I even hate her that much. This voiceover made me not hate Kana. I think I might have hated her because of how fucking annoying she sounds in the original. But here she sounds like decent. She sounds like a normal person. And they made Kana into a normal person. That's why I'm putting her in like B, because I think it could be better. But it's pretty alright too. It's pretty alright. Okay, now, Ain. What's his name actually? Yes. The only reason I'm putting him on this list is because of how fucking atrocious they made him sound. I just wanna talk about it.
It's easy for you to say because you're strong.
Like, what was the reason for making him sound this zesty? What was the reason to make him sound that fucking zesty? He's going in F, by the way, because that is just like ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Why does he sound like that? Who approved of that decision? Like, you know how he fucking sounds like? He sounds like that fucking Pinocchio from that one movie.
Father, when can I leave to be on my own? I've got the whole world to see.
Were they actually voiced by the same fucking guy? I don't think so, but I wouldn't be fucking surprised because that is literally the Yas Pinocchio. He's the zesty Pinocchio of Dragon Nest. I have to say, when I first called Ultima, it caught me off guard so fucking bad.
I have already abandoned so much of my past.
That is the last thing I expected his ass to sound. I'm also pretty sure that he's voiced by the same guy who voiced Kyle. And that voice suits neither of the characters. Like, for that reason I'm putting them both in E. Like, whoever is the voice actor for them is not like doing a terrible job. It just don't fit the characters at all. It does not. It does not. If they like made him voice like someone like Teremai or someone like that, then it would fit, but not Kyle or Ultima. Not them.
So, you know of whom I speak?
Pearl is also weird because she sounds like a middle-aged woman. And canonically she is not. She sounds kinda off. She sounds off. I think I'm gonna put her in the same tier as Ultima so they can be like besties in there. And the last one we have Warren. I'm not sure how you say her name properly actually. But I have to say, she's also one of the best voices they have.
I'm rich, careful, and lucky. I'm the right person.
Especially when she laughs. Like, she's very good. She's just like these two. She's good. Like, it's a shame that Jade wasn't voiced. So we have an incomplete set. I think she sounds like the best out of all the generals that we have, which is not a lot. I do have to say, I do love her voice. I think it's definitely a tier above these all. So in the S tier we have Rubinard, Gregory, and Warren, which is a Nightmare Blunt rotation, definitely. Gregory absolutely does not fit in with both of them, but his voice certainly does.